It was online recently. It was some conversation, some back and forth. People were lamenting the national debt, which is so unfathomably large. It's in the multiple trillions now that it's a number we can't even compute. We can't even comprehend. So we do like what Congress does. We just pretend like it's not there. But it is there. There is this huge national debt. And it seems like what the fearmongers say is it will bankrupt us and ruin us, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So what do we do about it? Because not any of us, if you pull all of our money together, can pay down that national debt. So what do we do? And somebody had what was originally, I think, a flippant response, just to be cheeky. And they said, well, if I go into debt, if I have, $500,000 in debt, I can't possibly pay it, my family can't pay it, and then I die, what happens to that debt? It dies with me. Now, creditors will call and harass. They'll try to get my family to pay, but hey, listen, you don't have to do that. I'm pretty sure. Jesse, you can correct me. I'm pretty sure you don't have to pay that, okay? And no matter how many times they call and harass and demand, you don't have to pay that because that was their debt, not your debt. You don't have to pay that debt. That debt dies with them. So someone had the flippant suggestion. They said, well, why don't we take all of the national debt and put it on just one guy and then just kill him? And then the debt dies with him. And someone said, you invented Christianity. Is that not what that is? On a deeper, more important, spiritual, more eternal level. God put on Jesus, Jesus bore, B-O-R-E, our, not just sin or sins, but our debt. The debt of our sins. Debt in the sense that there's something that must be paid for it. We all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. That cannot just be hand-waved. Something must be done. Justice must be done. Praise be to God that a sinless man came to mediate the resolution of that debt between us and God by putting all of our collective spiritual debt on himself and then dying. Now, the Pharisees and the Sadducees who put him on that cross, they perceived his death as revenge, as the extermination of a national threat, and all the stupid things they thought about it. The Romans who put him on that cross perceived it as just placating an angry mob. But the God whose will it was for him to go to that cross perceived in his going to the cross a sacrifice to pay off debt that we had incurred.